YouTube. What the hell is going on, guys? It's your boy Shadow here to bring you another video. Now this is not a vlog, well this is a vlog, I'm lying. But this is in regards to the roster changes. The esports community just felt like, you know, after again another big event, this past event was PAX East, but there was no competitive tournaments or anything like that going on there as far as I know. I didn't go. But the last event before that was COD Champs. We automatically assumed that there was going to be roster changes going on within the community, but there hasn't been a lot like there was like the big old apocalypse of roster changes that happened right before COD Champs. But there was some major changes. So as always, you know, I'm a huge OG fan, Optic Gaming fan, and obviously I'm gonna be following those guys, and they actually announced something that was quite shocking to me. Again, before Optic Gaming even started, they did have originally 2 teams and then a sniper community. The sniper community was dropped by Hex a few months back, and Optic Nation did die off after Optic Gaming won the tournament in 2010, I believe it's 2010 or 2011. So the roster that we knew of was consisted of Scump, Nade, 2 originals, Clayster, who was previously on Complexity, and EnVyUs, who was, I think his last team was Unite before they disbanded. So Scump, Clayster, and Unite, or I mean Scump, Nade, Clayster, and Unite. And recently after COD Champs, they have announced that they was going to pick up a new 4th, with EnVyUs still being on Optic Gaming and still living in the Optic house. He was going to be the 4th that was released just from the competitive roster. Now, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, okay, well, if he's dropped from the roster, why is he at the house and still part of Optic Gaming still? There must be something that they're going to do with him, you know, because he is a player. Sure enough, I was right. After they announced that they was going to pick up Proofy, who is on Faze Black, I believe he was given his own team by the Faze clan, and you know, and all that fun stuff. He had left Faze to join Optic. Now, I wouldn't hate too much again, but I did hear from JCap in his video that he heard from some of the Faze leaders that he just up and left, which in my opinion is highly unprofessional. But again, I can't really blame him too much because of the fact that Optic is a really tremendous opportunity, and I'm pretty sure anybody in the community would probably take up that opportunity if they was presented with this opportunity. So now the new lineup for the Optic Gaming competitive team is Nade, Scump, Clayster, and Proofy. Now, what's going on with EnVyUs? Sure enough, again, I was right that they was planning on doing something with the EnVyUs. From a tweet that he tweeted out, I believe either last night or the night before that, he tweeted out hashtag Optic Nation. Now again, a long time ago, before Optic became as big as they are now, well, it was a little bit big back then, they had 2 competitive teams. They had Optic Gaming and then they had Optic Nation, which the popular player Nadeshot was originally on before they had dropped EnVyUs from the Optic Gaming roster. Now again, this is a long time ago, and I really don't want to go too much into the history of that because I'm pretty sure I'll lose all you guys. So now EnVyUs is leading and starting back up, and I believe he's the captain of the Optic Nation squad, and I believe they tweeted out just about an hour ago that the roster for the Optic Nation squad will consist of Miracles, who was on Curse, and then he went to Just Us, and now he is on Optic. Ricky, who I believe was on Just Us as well, and then previously before that he was on Curse. So Miracles, Ricky, and Killa. Killa again was on Curse. He's y'all very familiar with him from being pretty much the duo of Parasite. And then he went on to Just Us, and now he's on the Optic Nation. So Optic Nation is consisted of Miracles, Ricky, Killa, and EnVyUs. And then the Optic Gaming, Clay, Nade, Proof, and Clay, Nade, Proof, and Scump. There we go. So now Optic Gaming has 2 competitive teams. Now again, that leaves a whole bunch of open gaps for the Faze and Just Us and a whole bunch of other roster changes too. I try to wait until the end of the day to create this video for you guys so I can get as full detail as possible. In my opinion, for the Optic Gaming, I think that is good that they started up 2 teams. I hope to see the community back up and running again. I really do hope that this works out well for those guys. I really don't have any complaints from that. Now, for Parasite, he had went on to Faze Black. They picked up Parasite for Faze Black, and then literally 4 hours later after he joins Faze Black, he joins EnVyUs. Now, EnVyUs did have a full roster until Rambo has decided to step down from being a competitive player to the coaching position for EnVyUs. Now, he announced this again about 2-3 months ago when Scump had went on to EnVyUs and then he had left, so Rambo had to step back in. So now he is stepping back down, becoming the coach of EnVyUs, and now Parasite is going to be joining EnVyUs. This still leaves a spot for Faze Black. I'm not sure what they're really going to do. Just Us, I'm not really sure who they picked up too much because I really didn't look into it. And I believe that's all the roster changes that I know of. Oh, and Curse. I believe I forget who he is because I really don't follow him too much in all honesty. But I'm pretty sure you have guys familiar with him. He announces all of the league announcements for MLG. I forget who he is. I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. And he announced a rule ago that pro teams can only have up to 2 teams in the league series. So, you know, Curse, that kind of left them in a bind because they have 3 teams. They have Curse LV, Curse NY, and then Curse Youth. I'm pretty sure they changed the names for at least one of those teams. I think it's like Curse Atlanta or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's Curse ATL. But they had to drop one of those teams, so I'm not really sure what team they dropped just yet. But there's so many roster changes, and it's just so big, and you know, this in my opinion, this is what makes the esports community just broken. Like a prime example, Parasite joined Faze Black, and then 4 hours later he joins a whole different pro team. That's crazy. Or the way that Proofy joined Faze, was given his own team to lead in Faze, and then he just ups and leaves without, you know, talking to the leaders or letting them know what was going on so they can plan ahead. You know, and I think a lot of competitive players don't understand that, you know, this is what makes the community broken the way it is. So, you know, it's none of my business. I really don't, you know, I don't own any of these teams. I don't affiliate with any of them. Again, Optic, I believe they made a good move. I don't think that the players and individually, aka Proofy, made a good move on how he transitioned over to Optic, and Parasite as well. But I really do wish best of luck for all the other pro teams that are looking for free agents. And I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be more roster changes around because, again, I didn't cover I only covered like half of the roster changes that happened tonight. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make another video like this, but you know, if I do, then oh well. So again, guys, I hope you did enjoy this quick update and a little history on Optic Gaming. Leave a like on the video, leave a comment. Any constructive criticism always helps me out, and make sure you subscribe for more future videos and updates. And again, guys, this is your boy Shadow. Deuces, YouTube.